Hi, welcome to Part of My Frenchie. This is me, 143. If you don't have a friend, you have one now. This week, I thought we would address a kind of fun and interesting topic. I don't know, I kind of found something that we could put a little interesting spin on. Something I was pondering over this past week, and I don't know, it's a couple circumstances that I came across, and the more I thought about it, and the more that I really got to marinate on the topics, some challenging questions came to mind, and I don't know, sometimes when you go through situations and then you get to go back and analyze things, it's easy to look at situations one way, and then it's kind of fun to mess around with them in another way. And kind of the interesting thing about life is that, I don't know, I mean, it's your life. So you can make the rules any way you want to. And I don't think that all the time everything is bad, especially when it comes to emotions. And sometimes I think that when we let out maybe a bad emotion, or maybe we don't handle things the right way, I don't think it's necessarily bad. So what are you trying to say, Jen? This is what I'm trying to say. So maybe you're in a situation where you misunderstand something, you misinterpret something, or you see it one way, and in all honesty, it's not that way at all. And that's okay. And sometimes, and I can say that I have done this many times in my past, especially in my younger years, I have the ability to fly off the handle. If I think that it's the wrong way, or if I think that somebody's doing me wrong, or if it's something that triggers me to something in the past, I will automatically jump to conclusions or fly off the handle, even if it is at somebody that I love. Even if it's at a good friend, even if it's a family member, even if it is somebody that has always been very good to me. It has happened. And one of the hardest things to do is when you realize that, oops, I misunderstood that circumstance, is A, apologize, but B, sit back and kind of tell yourself that it's okay. Even though you did the wrong thing, maybe you blew up, maybe you really went off the handle, said things that weren't completely the right thing to do. You did apologize. You made things right. But I think that it's okay to tell yourself that, yeah, you made the mistake. You made up for it. But I think it's okay to tell yourself that it's okay that you went through those emotions. I think it's okay for you to tell yourself that maybe you needed that. Maybe you needed that mental release. Maybe you needed that release from the past. Maybe, unfortunately, you said goodbye to something that haunted you in your past to something in the present that wasn't even related to the past. So technically, in a weird sort of way, you put closure to something that really bothered you back then. So that's what I mean. Sometimes I think maybe releasing some of those bad feelings may be a good thing. Even though it may not turn out good, maybe other people may not think that. But in hindsight, I always think that sometimes when we go through outbursts, as long as we're not physically hurting somebody, but I think sometimes we need that release, that outburst, and we need to then forgive ourselves, and we need to tell ourselves that it's okay to feel things. Because I think the biggest problem in life is that when we stop feeling things is when we have the problems. It's real easy to turn things off. And I think a lot of times we're taught that. I think we're taught to turn emotions off, put them to the side. And maybe that's part of what's wrong with society sometimes. I don't know. Maybe that's why people do explode. Maybe that's why when people go to grocery stores or, maybe, when they're in traffic and little things set them off. Or, little things, they just, who knows? Any little things sometimes can set people off. I know when I have a rough day or a long day, sometimes, something small can set me off. And it takes me putting myself back in line and say, hey, you know what? It's not that serious. It's always coming back to the root. And the root is that in life, we're here for a short period of time. And we have a choice. The choice is, how are we going to live our lives while we're here? The answer should be peacefully. The answer should be, keeping the peace with everybody around you, letting stuff go. Don't hang on to stuff. If people are hurting you, walk away from them. You don't have to be abused by people. If you want something different from your life, go for something different in life. You have control over it because it is your life. But you do have the ability to feel things, and you do have the ability to go through the emotions and embrace those things and enjoy every moment of your life. That's the best part about it. That's the best part of life. Enjoy the people around you and enjoy everything that encompasses this world. I think that's why it makes me sad when people say that they hate life. Life is hard and life is challenging at times, but life is a beautiful thing. It's if you stop and you look around, there's so many beautiful things out there, and yeah, people can say all that bullshit about, oh yeah, horrible things. Yeah, shit. Yeah, there's horrible things out there. You know what? But there's so much more good out there. There's so many more good people out there. There's so many beautiful things out there. There's flowers and trees and just nature and love and people and if you're not contributing to that, then you should be. And that's what the world is about. Be part of that. Be an active member of that. And if you're not, then don't bitch about it. You should be an active participant in making this world a beautiful place to live, a beautiful place to raise kids. And, that's we're very, very blessed to be in this great country and surrounded by by people. And yeah, again, life is hard, but it doesn't have to be hard if you have good people around you and good communities that can support each other and build each other up. You know, people that aren't out to look to hurt other people or screw other people out of things. It's not what the world's about. The world's about, supporting one another and just being good to one another. Making it through tomorrow. We're not going to nobody's going to make it out of here alive. So why not, why not everybody be happy while we're here? And be able to look back and, tell stories about, our great neighbors and great times growing up and children and our communities. And, that's what you want, but in order to do that, you have to be an active participant in order to do it. So that's the goal for you. Be an active member of your community. Be the change in your world. If you think that this world sucks, if you think that there's no good in this world, then you know what? It starts with you. Do something good for somebody. Be good to somebody. One thing you do can change somebody else's day. And I don't give a shit, and I'm sorry, pardon my Frenchie. I don't give a shit if you say nobody ever does anything for me. Well, guess what? If you do enough good things for somebody else, by God, somebody will do good things for you. And I'm not saying do good things and put it on the internet, because that does not count. I don't believe, it's in the Bible, or, whatever you choose to follow. But I follow the Bible. It's in the Bible. You do good things for people. You don't go broadcasting it all over the internet. You do good things to do good things for people. Do good things for people. Take care of people. God takes care of you. That's the way the world works. And if you're looking for instant gratification, instant praise here and there, it's not going to happen. Trust me. I see it all the time. Miracles happen. Good things happen. I believe that. And so should you. So until next time, if you don't have a friend, you have one now, please hit that like and subscribe button. Please tell all your friends and family and send them my way. And look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful night and take care. Bye-bye.